Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jacob. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I want to talk to you about the path that I took to launch my first 7-figure leverage consulting offer. Okay. If you've been following this channel for some time, we've been following me for some time, I focus on helping people grow their leverage consulting business to 50K plus per month. All right. Now, what I wanted to share with you in this one is kind of how I came to this point. Some of you may know this story, some of you may not. But it all really took off when I was able to launch my first $1 million leverage consulting offer online. So I want to talk to you about that path and how I ultimately got there, so that perhaps it can provide a bit of a pathway or a runway for you to do the same, and then maybe we can work together down the track when you're ready to scale to 50K plus per month. Okay, so let's dive right into this, and then I'm going to show you some resources from that offer itself, just to give you some context around the structure and kind of the fundamentals of it. It's a little bit different from how we do things now. Things continue to evolve, and I'll talk to you about those nuances and the distinctions. But let's just dive into this kind of pathway here to begin with. So I graduated from university. I studied commerce with a majoring in accounting. I did university over 2 years in 2009 and 2010. Then I moved immediately into the consulting and restructuring advisory space. So in particular, we were dealing with businesses who had hit a stressful point, be that due to debt, be that due to changing market conditions, due to industry changes. And we worked and advised them on options, on business planning, on asset realization strategy, on overall strategy, on cash flow management, all these kind of things. And in particular, the firm that I work for, we were really dealing with businesses in that kind of $1 to $5 million a year range, sometimes pushing up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million as well. But the bulk of it was in that space. And that was from 2011 to 2015. And I did that in Australia. Okay. At the end of 2015, I was able to successfully apply for an opportunity to move over to New York, and in a very similar sector, a similar industry, but at a much bigger scale, right? So we were working with businesses that were doing 500 million a year up to $5 billion a year. And we're doing similar work, particularly around business planning, pre-bankruptcy, emerging from bankruptcy, raising capital, 3 to 5 year business plans, advising banks, advising the company itself, and negotiating with other parties within the capital structure. And in particular, that's what I did from 2016 and 2017 before returning back to Australia in 2018, where I actually left this space, was looking for a change, was looking for something different, and saw the opportunity with an online business, and took the jump and started exploring that space. I fell into the affiliate marketing world. That was really appealing to me because I knew what would be key to successfully moving online was learning marketing and sales, right? When it's your own business, right? When it's your own business, you've got to know how to market and you've got to know how to sell, because you're the only one that's going to supply the business with deals initially. Okay. Eventually you can start to outsource that stuff, but you always want to have your finger on the pulse when it comes to marketing and selling. And so for me, that made sense as a place to start, right? I could leverage other people's products, I could leverage other people's services, and I simply had to learn the marketing and the sales aspect without worrying about delivery, without worrying about fulfillment. Right, I already had a lot of experience consulting. I already had a lot of experience on the operational side of businesses, but I didn't have the marketing and the sales experience. So in the affiliate marketing world made total sense to fill that skill set gap for me. Okay, so 2018, 2019, I went deep down the affiliate marketing world rabbit hole and was actually able to become one of the top affiliates in the world. I won a bunch of awards, hit a bunch of leaderboards, and was very, very successful with this business model. And it was through developing this skill set and really becoming immersed in this industry that I started to notice that there was a severe lack of resources, of advice, of support, of coaching, of consulting, of a really, really high quality. And so in late 2019, with a couple of years under my belt of really smashing it out of the park in this industry, traveled around the world, I was able to speak at masterminds, as I said, won a bunch of awards, I launched my very first leverage consulting offer in the high-ticket affiliate marketing space. And that's since gone on to sell well over $1.5 million. And honestly, we fundamentally shifted that industry, the high-ticket affiliate marketing industry. We shifted the way people do it. We shifted the standard. We shifted the level of training and strategy, and really gave people a fresh perspective on how to do this successfully and how to build a really strong foundation of a brand and a business that could last for the long term, as opposed to a lot of that industry, which is sucked into the very short-term wins kind of approach. And that was very, very successful for us. as an offer. All right. And it was really through starting and growing this and learning all of the lessons of doing that I saw the power of being able to build a leverage consulting offer. So taking your expertise and taking your knowledge, but being able to deliver it in a way that has leverage for the founder, right? This was now a throwback to what I used to do in the consulting space, but instead of charging by the hour and, having to be at a client site all week, for example, we can integrate a lot more leverage online. Okay. Now there's various ways that we can do that, and we can dive into those topics in different businesses. But this is what we're really talking about in terms of a leverage consulting offer: is your skill sets, your expertise that you've developed, and your experience that you've developed over however long. How do we package that up and sell it, for a very, very handsome financial return? All right. I've since been able to help a lot of people develop their own offers and breakthrough online as leverage consultants. And to just bring this all back, this is really the path of how I was able to get to the point where that's what we in particular help people with now. Because at this point, this really changed the game for me. All right. I took the leap from a very, very good paying job in an industry that I was very good at and had a lot of experience in, because I saw the opportunity online. And this was really a massive breakthrough moment when I could combine the sales and the marketing skills that I'd learned with the consulting experience and the consulting model that I'd done, from 2011 until 2017. So this was a really powerful kind of coming together moment for me. Big epiphanies, huge lessons, and that's really served as the foundation of where things are today. So that gives you a bit of a background about me. Okay. Now I just wanted to share with you a little bit more information about this offer itself, just so that you can, I guess, get a feel for what we're really talking about here. Okay. So as with all the things that we do, we sell via chat, right? We about 2 years ago moved away from doing sales calls, and we really help our clients build a marketing and a branding ecosystem around themselves as a consultant, as a leverage consultant, as a coach, in their field of expertise. And the way that we do that allows the elimination of sales calls, and we can present the offer in a really leveraged way. I've got lots of other videos on my channel about that. So we do the same here, right? You can see this. This is your invitation to join the Super Affiliate Accelerator 2.0. And it's a 40-minute video of me walking through all the details about the program in a Google Doc, and then people can elect to join from here. Okay, now this is a $3,000 offer. I mentioned off the top there's some nuances to how we do things now. We're now pushing up into a lot higher price points as well. Okay, so we have offers in-house at the $15,000 price point, $18,000 price point, up to the $50,000 price point, and so we're pushing up into a lot higher end of the market, as opposed to the $3,000 offer here. But it also depends who you're selling to, right? This is more of a B2C offer. And so you need to deploy the right pricing strategy relative to the market that you are going after. But you can see here, very, very simple sales approach in terms of a Google Doc where we just walk through in a video. And this approach works for the offers all the way up to $50,000. Okay, so you can see that here. For this program in particular, everybody was housed inside of a Facebook group. For some of our other programs, we've since moved off Facebook as a delivery platform, and we've moved over to Slack. But again, it depends on the price and how many people you're going to put into it as to the right software to use. There's not a perfect one size fits all. And again, you need to make sure that you're utilizing the right environment for the program and for the size of the program that you're going to run. But essentially, you want a place to be able to bring everybody together, right? Because it's being delivered in a leveraged way. We also do one-to-one, but again, that's a topic for another day. And there is leveraged ways to deliver one-to-one as well. It doesn't just have to be a rates times hours approach, right? We're trying to build models and build systems and build processes that allow us to avoid doing that, right? And then you can see here, we've got a lot of pre-recorded content that really walks through the model and the approach. And our students work through this at their own speed, and then they get the relevant support, the relevant calls, they get their questions answered through the community over here. Okay, so this was my first 7-figure leverage consulting offer. We've changed some things in terms of how we do things now, but I just wanted to show you this example and also give you kind of the runway of how I got to where I am today. And so hopefully you can see the intersection of significant consulting experience across a wide range of business sizes, then the shift online where I really learned my online sales and marketing skills, and now we bring those two worlds together in helping consultants grow and scale to 50K plus per month. So hopefully that gave you a bit more of an insight into my background. And that's just a quick example of the structure, right? So you've got a leverage support platform, you've got the content saved in one place, and then being able to sell and close the deal without actually having to get on the phone. Okay. So if this stuff is of interest to you, hang around, leave a comment. You can head over to jacobcaris.com. There's more information over there about what we do. And you can apply to work with me if you're interested in scaling up to over 50K plus per month. And that's all from me in this one, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Cheers.